So friends, today we are at the beautiful Dastkari Haat, which is now currently in Pune from 5th November to 13th of November. Yes, and it is an initiative where the people who make traditional handicrafts and all the traditional arts themselves gather in different cities of India, and you can directly see their work and you can buy their work as well. And today we have with us Jaya Jaitly ma'am, who has been the founder of this entire initiative. So welcome ma'am. And ma'am, I just want to ask you a few questions. Ma'am, what really if I'm not wrong ma'am, you were also actively involved in electoral politics at one point of time.
Well, in party politics, I
Yeah.
didn't fight elections myself,
Yes ma'am.
but I helped the party people fight.
Yeah, it was Samata Party.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I was in politics for 30 years and it taught me a lot. And I think a lot of people say politics is very bad. There are, of course, very tough things to be faced, but I think it taught me a lot about the country. That
Yes,
is
ma'am.
very the genuine part of the country you learn from politics.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise, just shopping and going to malls is a very superficial idea of India.
Yes, ma'am. The reason why I ask this question, ma'am, because I am a professor of political science myself. So it's a very, I would say it's very rare for people who are involved in politics as a discipline or even the practice of politics to really be, involved in something as creative and artistic as Dastakari Haat. So has your political journey informed your,
Well, intellectually, yes.
yes, ma'am.
It has taken me to many parts of India which otherwise one normally would not do,
Yes, ma'am.
and met with people of different social groups.
Yes, ma'am.
But my crafts has been for 45 years
Okay.
and politics only for 30 years.
Okay.
So I have carried on with my crafts even while I was very busy with the party. I never swapped one for the other.
Okay.
And I think I will always be grateful for what I learned from politics,
Yes.
good things and bad things.
Yes. So ma'am, your your choice of your political ideology or your political party, how does it sit with your interest in arts? I would like to know about
Well,
that.
Samata Party is based a lot on Gandhian ideals.
Yes, ma'am.
Jaya Prakash Narayan, Ram Manohar Lohia, and
Yeah.
it was also. Shall we sit somewhere else?
No.
And they all were very much for rural promotion.
Yes, ma'am.
And even the Handmade Paper Institute in Pune, for instance,
Yes.
was a Gandhian institution.
Yes.
So I believe that rural upliftment is very important to bring equality in this country.
Yes, ma'am.
And rural and cottage industries, as we have demonstrated here,
Yes, ma'am.
are vast and beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
And these people have skills from generations.
Hmm.
They need to be supported because not only is their livelihood important, but the Indian culture is important.
Yes.
They are the ones who carry on our true culture.
Hmm.
So I feel very proud. In fact, it's like a part of political work. It is political work to work with them. It is social work, and it is humanitarian work, and it is also, in a way, intellectual work because you get to understand them better. And I think educating one's own mind is important, and they have been really my teachers.
Yes. So ma'am, how old is the Dastakari Haat initiative?
Dastkari Haat, I founded the organization in 1986.
Okay.
So we have about 3 or 4 bazaars a year.
Okay.
So from so many years, you can multiply. I think it's almost 200 bazaars.
Yes, ma'am.
But that is not the only thing.
Hmm.
We have a lot of workshops in which we call foreign craftspeople, and they work with their Indian counterparts, so both can learn from each other.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes, like Vietnamese have come and worked with craftspeople from India, and they don't understand each other's language, but they learned so much, and they became fast
So
friends.
art and craft have no language; they can really transcend.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
And friendships always grow
Yes,
because it's a community of sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that is a very interesting thing we've done. I have taught craftspeople to love and appreciate our regional scripts, their own local language. They should not feel they must know computer and they must know English.
Yes.
Maybe both are necessary, but for their lives,
Yeah.
it's a better thing for an Odia person to make their designs with Odia alphabet.
Okay.
Or
Yes.
Telugu alphabet, Bengali alphabet. These are beautiful, even Marathi alphabet. And if they love their own language, they are then expressing their own culture properly.
Yes.
And so we have taught them calligraphy to beautify the script
Okay.
and then make that beautiful script a part of their craft.
Okay.
So they weave in it, they carve designs in stonework, anything, block printing. In all these things, we have brought in their own script.
Okay.
So that was a very big project we did.
Okay, but this was not like, this was not a part of their original craft, like
Not
it's
calligraphy, other
okay.
than
Okay.
the tradition was more among Urdu writing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
But in Devanagari script also we have had beautiful Jain manuscripts.
Yes, ma'am.
Our Brahmi and Sharda scripts are among the most ancient.
Yes, ma'am.
But why is it today everyone thinks in India we are unpad?
Yes, ma'am.
And if we are pada likha, it must only be in
In
English.
English, yes, ma'am.
So I don't believe in that sort of thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So that we made a big exhibition and
Okay.
beautiful products. We educated the craftspeople, and then we had very popular exhibitions in Egypt,
Okay.
Paris, Singapore,
Okay.
and Bombay and Delhi.
Okay.
So that was project called Akshara.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we, over 14 years, we made of each state of India, we created artistic craft maps.
Okay. Yes.
You can show along the corridor here, we
Yes.
have hung them.
Yes, ma'am.
People, young students can buy them. You can see where each state, what craft is being made in what location.
Yes.
That became a book
Yes.
called Crafts Atlas of India.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have also many other publications. So we like to, I've written children's stories. So it's not just buying and selling, it's
Yes.
promoting the beauty of our craftsmanship through every forum that I can.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So, ma'am, you talked about the impact of like something like English, and English is a part and parcel of the whole modernization process. And the other thing that comes along with modernization is the role of technology. So, ma'am, how do you see the role of technology in either like promoting traditional arts, or also maybe impacting them adversely? So I think Indian experience with respect to modern technology is basically, it has really eliminated a lot of traditional art forms from the advent of the British itself.
Digital, like 3D printing
Okay.
or digital printing,
Yes.
that might help.
Okay.
But if you take the simpler technology of the mobile phone,
Yes, ma'am.
the craftspeople have become very literate in mobile phone.
Yes, ma'am.
So they can send pictures of their products all over the world.
Yes.
And you have the other scripts also now in Google Earth translation.
Yes. Yes.
And on the phone also you can type in Hindi.
Yes.
So like this, whatever script you want, this allows communication.
Yeah.
When we want to send a message to 300 craftspeople, we just do WhatsApp group of them, and you one click and you give them a message.
Yes.
So these sort of things are a great advantage. So there are some certain good things, and I would say the digital printing or screen printing and computer designing, computer weaving, these things are of course a danger.
Yes.
But there are certain designs and certain skills which cannot be replicated in the technology.
Yes, ma'am.
So you just have to find a better way of protecting ourselves.
So, ma'am, the way you explained, I have some personal experience of my own. I had the chance to visit Odisha, and the village of Pipli, which is a handicrafts village. So I just noticed how they have made use of something like WhatsApp, and they have people that normally would consider as illiterate. They have customers all across the world, because whenever they make a new painting or a new product, they just put it in this WhatsApp group. They have groups like I saw a person who was selling his wares on the street, but he had groups of customers in Australia and US and UK, and I was like, this is, I would say, the best use of modern technology.
Yes, so it's everything, whether it's atom bomb, nuclear energy, it's for good and bad.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think the human beings have been given that intelligence to decide.
Yes, ma'am.
And not to make any technology or any new development for bad use.
Yes, ma'am.
So eventually it depends on us, not the technology.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, what would you say are the two greatest achievements since you started Dastkari Haat, and the two main challenges?
The achievements are the happiness of some most craftspeople I've seen whom we've worked with.
Yes,
We have seen that from 5,000 rupees a month, now they earn 50,000 or more.
okay.
We've seen that they have built extra rooms in their houses, or they have built pakka houses. This young man who's over here, the shell craft, he loves his craft. He's very happy in it. He also looks after cows. He has many cows whom he looks after. So he says, if I don't do well in a bazaar, and I can't afford to pay the rent, I will go home and sell a cow.
Okay.
He has a very bindas attitude towards
Yes.
life.
Yes.
And he is so helpful that yesterday some doctor sent him an image on WhatsApp
Hmm.
that there is some doctor's symbol that they wear on coats.
Hmm.
So they said, can you make this in shell?
Yes.
He's already made beautifully.
Okay.
So, these kind of talents
Hmm.
create a lovely ecosystem.
Hmm.
And these are the charms that I find.
Yes, ma'am.
The ways they can reach out to make that human contact.
Yes, ma'am.
Many of them have today. Earlier they couldn't afford a train
Mhm.
ride ticket, but today they have cars. And if I go
Okay.
to an airport to that city,
Yes.
they'll come to the airport to pick me up.
Okay.
And if I go every day to all the stalls, I say, "ठीक है, खुश है, sale अच्छा है."
Hmm.
They'll all smile and say, "हाँ, बहुत अच्छा."
Yes, ma'am.
That is the happiness.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
all a combination of
And
joy.
in terms of challenges?
Challenges is that young people today, unless we have programs like this,
Hmm.
they cannot know about the craft.
Yes.
Once they come, this is their education. I always tell any child of any age, this is your school.
Yes, ma'am.
Come and learn here.
Yes, ma'am.
Each of these crafts people are teachers.
Hmm.
But then you have some people who think that, oh, they are poor, they are coming from the village. So you bully them, ask
Okay.
for a discount.
Hmm.
They spend a lot of money to come here. It's all from their own pocket. Nobody's sponsoring them.
Yes, ma'am.
But people think they are like poor, so they can treat them in any way.
Okay.
Yesterday, some customer came and he shouted so loudly, he shouted at all of us.
Hmm.
He didn't realize my age. And when I said what my age is, that's why I'm sitting down. He's saying, why are you sitting down in front of me?
Hmm.
So I said, because I'm elderly, I'm sitting down. What is your problem? He said, if you're so old, how have you done this bazaar and why don't you go and sit at home?
Okay.
So you have people with mindset like that also.
Hmm.
Those are challenges, and it's also very difficult to find sponsors
Okay.
to relieve the pressure on the craftsperson. They travel,
Yes.
they stay, they eat their own food and they pay rent for the stall.
Okay.
And that all expense they have to recover from their sale.
Okay.
If we try to squeeze their earnings, it's not fair.
Yes, ma'am.
And they will all say, we love the stuff, it's so nice that you are coming.
Hmm.
But then they must also
Hmm.
understand the
Yes, ma'am.
culture and the mindset and the social conditions,
Hmm.
and be part of an upliftment, not be part of an entitled crowd.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So ma'am, like since resources are always a problem when
I
you
wish people would be sponsors,
yes, ma'am.
or say even an educational institution, if
Yes.
it is nicely located.
Yes, ma'am.
Give us your lawn and garden and all to do a bazaar there.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't charge so much.
Yes, ma'am.
And even if CSR for big companies is nothing.
Yes, yes.
They have crores to spend.
Yes.
So even if we get 10 lakhs support for a bazaar like this,
Mhm.
we can make 50 crafts people have free stall.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, how do you see, like, has any government at the state or national level really be supportive with your initiative? And the larger question being, does the involvement of governments in initiatives like this, does it improve the prospects or does it harm the prospects of something like
Neither.
this? Okay.
I think I used to take grants when I first started.
Yes, ma'am.
But I find today it's better self-respect for the craftspeople to learn to stand on their own feet.
Yes, ma'am.
They can't be funding the same organizations all the time.
Yes.
They also have to learn to be independent.
Yes.
And the other thing is that government also has so many rules and regulations.
Yes.
You have to put so many advertisements, you have to do and everything. 20 papers you have to submit, it's too much
Yes.
trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
So sometimes some rare projects I may take funding.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, for normal bazaars, I think most people try to do self-funding.
So, ma'am, the other question is that many of these arts really developed in the pre-modern era or even in the pre-capitalist era, and now that not all art forms are really fit to be bought into the market. They're not easily marketable.
Yeah.
So, can you share some experiences about some art forms that need to be preserved, but they can't really be
Well, I think just right in front of us, the Shola pit.
Yes.
This is a stem
Yeah.
from water body. It's a Bengali.
Yeah. The white wood, if I'm
It
not.
is very beautiful. It's not even a wood, it's more a stem.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And in that, it's very difficult beyond figures of gods or something that you put in a glass box.
Yes, ma'am.
It's difficult. But today, the lot of designers
Yes.
are helping to